Yummy food. What's your favourite food? What are your favourite treats? And I'm asking that question because I'm here with my favourites. I love cake, and these are my favourite cakes because it's 4 different kinds in one container. I love Oreo cookies because I've been going to America all of my life and I've been eating them all of my life and I just love them, and that you can buy them now in Australia and New Zealand. I just find really exciting because I love them. Because I live in New Zealand, I love pineapple bites, pineapple lumps they're called. I just love them. They're one of my favourite lollies and I really enjoy eating them. And of course, I'm a woman and I love chocolate. Now, you might be a woman and not love chocolate, but I just happen to love it. So here I am in my kitchen with all my favourite treats. And there's two parts to this. One is that a lot of people are very judgy that Rowie has this kind of food in her home. I'm an exercise professional. I'm a personal exercise coach. I train people at an exercise college to help people to get healthy, fit and strong. And a lot of people are very judgy about, Rowie, how come you've got such terrible food in your cupboard? That's an interesting thing to take note of. The second thing is that you have a favourite food, you have a favourite treat. Now, you might be the perfect eater and you don't have any chocolates or lollies or biscuits or cakes or takeaway food, I don't know. It's none of my business. And wouldn't that be a fair thing to say? What other people eat is none of our business. What you eat is your business. And if you have a favourite treat, if you happen to love cake or biscuits or lollies or chocolates, and you enjoy eating them, why would you care what other people think? That's my first question. My second thing is, how do you still be healthy? And I'm healthier, fitter and stronger than I've ever been in my whole entire life. But I've been eating food like this all of my life also. I've been the same weight, the same size, the same energy level all of my life. I've still got clothes from when I was 18 years of age that still fit me, and now I'm a very old lady. I'm sharing that with you because to me it's not about good foods or bad foods. It's the amount that you eat. Now, I don't ever eat the whole block of chocolate because I'm never that hungry. Maybe if I'm really, really hungry and I haven't eaten all day and this is the only food I've got to eat, I could probably eat the whole block. But when you've got a healthy body, and this is the really exciting thing, rather than what you can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have, what's a good or a bad food, what if you go to the outcome, which is be really fit, be really strong, be really healthy, and then your body will tell you how much to eat, when to stop eating because you're full. Now, there's also the emotional side of that, which some people eat foods like this because they're emotional, because they're angry, upset, hurt, happy. Well, eating for emotional reasons doesn't make any sense to me. I eat because I love food and I eat because I'm hungry. So I eat for pleasure and I eat for performance. But I don't eat because I'm happy or sad or angry or frustrated, because that's an emotional response to food, and that comes from an unhealthy hormonal system. So if your hormones are healthy, if you've got and that's a simple process. If you're really fit and if you're really strong, the fittest and strongest you can possibly be, then you're going to have a very, very fit and strong hormonal system, an endocrine system. Your central nervous system will be working effectively. Your brain will be working effectively. So you think logically and with common sense, not with emotion. And I always talk about the emotional eating scale, which is 0 is I eat for logical reasons, and 10 on the emotional eating scale is I eat for emotional reasons. So if you ever eat because you're angry, upset, hurt, something horrible's going on in your life, then you're eating for emotional reasons. And sadly, at the emotional end of the scale, of the eating scale, comes things like anorexia, bulimia, obesity, exercise bulimia, because when food is controlling your life, when the emotion of life is controlling what you eat, so you are no longer eating for common sense or logic or for hunger, you're eating for emotional reasons. Now you get into the headspace of try and stop eating, throw up after you've been eating, exercise excessively because you've been eating, or just eat too much, which causes morbid obesity. None of those things are of interest to me, and I hope they're not of interest to you either. But regardless of who you are as an adult, what about our kids? I don't want our kids to ever be at the emotional end of the eating scale. I always want our kids to enjoy their food, eat for pleasure, eat for performance, eat for logical reasons, eat for common sense. Now, to me, if I love cake, it's very logical for me to eat cake because I love it. If I love chocolate, it's very logical for me to eat chocolate because I love it. But when you've got a fit, strong, healthy body, you never eat too much, because when you've had enough, your body says, stop, we've had enough. So I can, and this is what's so funny. People come to my house and they say, how can you have chocolate or biscuits or cake or lollies or ice creams in your house? Because when I've got them in my house, I just want to eat the whole packet. Well, even saying that I need to eat the whole packet is not logical, is it? It's not common sense. It's emotional. You would only ever eat the whole packet, A, if you're really hungry, and that would make sense because you're starving hungry. But if you've got a healthy, strong endocrine system, hormonal system, you're not going to reach for chocolate when you're hungry. You're going to reach for food that's going to give you energy and fill up your empty stomach. So you're more likely to eat, for example, you're more likely to eat protein, because protein has a high satiety index. It makes you feel full. So if you're really hungry, you're more likely to have a piece of cheese or a steak or a glass of milk or some protein, because it's going to make you feel full. And you do that because your hormonal system's telling you, we're hungry, we need to get full. If you've got no energy, your brain runs on carbohydrate, your muscles run on glycogen, which is carbohydrate, so your brain runs on glucose. And just in case you don't think that, if you're ever in hospital, God forbid, and you're on a drip where you can't eat food, they don't put you on a protein drip and they don't put you on a fat drip. They put you on a glucose drip because your brain runs on sugar, runs on glucose. So if you're lacking in performance, if you need energy, your body will tell you, we need some carbohydrate, because your muscles run on glycogen, which is carbohydrate. So if you listen to your body, it's very unlikely that you're going to eat stuff that A is going to make you fat, B isn't going to give you energy, and C, you're not going to eat it for emotional reasons. You're going to eat because you are hungry, because you love a certain food and you want to live your life with pleasure and performance, which is why I can have all of these things in my house. If I open my packet of pineapple bites, I have 2 or 3 and then I've had enough. If I open the block of chocolate, I have 2 or 3 pieces and I've had enough. If I open up my packet of Oreos, I've been known to eat a whole packet of Oreos because A, it's not a very big packet. B, I love them, they taste great. And C, if I'm starving hungry and I come in and open up a packet, sometimes I eat the whole packet. But because I'm healthy, fit and strong, I also burn up everything I put into my body. And that's the exciting thing. When you're fit and when you're strong, you've got a fast metabolism. You burn a hell of a lot more calories. And there's 3 parts to that. You have a fast base metabolic rate, which is how many calories your body needs to survive in a 24-hour period. You have a fast metabolic rate, which means during the day, the calories that you're burning get burnt up faster because your metabolism's fast. And you also have a respiratory quotient, which is where the calories are coming from, which prefers to burn fat when you're resting because you're burning sugar, carbohydrate, glycogen when you're exercising. So everything works together really effectively. So rather than say I can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have, it's bad for me, why not just get really fit and really strong and then enjoy all the foods that you love, have your favourite treats without guilt, without feeling bad about yourself, without getting fat. Just enjoy everything that you put into your body because it's a fun experience, it's a pleasurable experience, and you can actually live your life with food in it that you love to the max. Live your life to the max, loving all your food, yummy cake, yummy biscuits, yummy lollies, yummy ice creams. I love them all. Woohoo! Live your life to the max.